So on this side, this is where the Ute Indians would have camped in the winter, right? They believed the middle of Garden of the Gods was sacred. And in fact, they thought there were spirits that lived in those little holes that would scare men away, according to Ute legend. So, and if you think about it, some people have told me that they camped in the middle there. This would make more sense because you're down here, you go into Manitou, they would have all the water they needed in Manitou, and you'd still have the abundance of elk and deer that they could have captured for meat during this of the winter. So now we're out of Garden of the Gods. We're going to drop into Manitou Springs for a little bit. And Manitou Springs was founded about the same time as Colorado Springs. Actually, Colorado Springs was a fountain colony at the time. And because they had heard of the medicinal properties of the spring water, and why the springs are there is that Manitou sits down in the very bottom of the Pikes Peak area. And so water has two ways of coming off the mountains. It either runs off into the creeks or it's absorbed into the mountains, right? It sifts through the rock, through the mountains, and it seeks the lowest spot, which is Manitou Springs. So there's an aquifer down there that holds the water, and you've got all the pressure of the water coming down from 14, 10, 12,000 feet that pushes the water up to these springs in Manitou. So 8 working springs. Has anybody been up there at all? Yeah. It's a fun place. If you're going to see something weird, you're going to see it in Manitou. I live in Manitou. So you can try the spring water. The spring water is really good to taste. In fact, if you go to one of the springs, it wouldn't surprise me if you see somebody from there filling up jugs of water. So here's our skate park. And this is just kind of a cool story. So I was here earlier in the year. I got here in April, and I came past there. I wasn't on a tour or anything, and there was a drone sitting on the top in the middle there. And it wasn't doing anything, but I was watching it, and all of a sudden it took up, and there was a string, and it had a tennis ball on it. And it just kind of sat there for like 30 seconds. I'm like, what is this guy doing with this drone? And so all of a sudden he starts spinning around, around that skate park. And all of a sudden you see 3 dogs pop up. One side, downside, chasing that ball all over the place. It was cool. So now you guys have a new idea for your dogs.
I brought that pen in case I need to draw on your face while you're...
Beautiful house right there.
So now we're coming into Garden of the Gods Trading Post. So this is a commercial building, right? This has been here since 1900. It is not inside the official city park. This is private property out here. But the trading post is the most continuously run trading post west of the Mississippi. They started it in 1900. When I bring so I was here, I have friends from Dallas that came out and spent the weekend with us. We came here, we take them to the trading post here. If you are looking, you can spend an hour and a half in there really easy. It's much larger than what it looks like from the front. If you're looking for fine art, if you're looking for jewelry, this is the place that I would go to. I actually do a lot of my Christmas shopping here. There's just a lot of stuff. If you're looking for Indian art, it's back there. If you're looking for hats, shoes, if you're looking for a sweatshirt before you get up to Pikes Peak, has the widest selection in there. There's also a restaurant in there. You can actually even have a beer because it's not in Garden of the Gods. They have some really good ice cream, and they have some of the best fudge I've ever had as well. So if you want to come back, this would be a place I'd recommend to come back to. I can't let you out because I picked you up at one of their competitors, right? I picked you up at the visitor center, and they kind of frown on us dropping you off to spend money at the competitors. But we always let people know. If we do tours out of our office, we'll stop here. People love to go in there for 15 minutes and shop. So again, private land. You'll see a couple of shacks up here. Another fun thing to do, you can park there and you walk up this path. And this path is going to bend around to the left. It's about a 10-12 minute walk. You come up here, you follow this path that bends off here. On the other side, over there is Siamese Twins. So you can't see it from the tour from this road, but Siamese Twins is a really cool place to go to get pictures as well. So come back there and park. Just you can't miss it. You'll go over the other side of the road and you'll see a sign for Siamese Twins. And you follow that up, and there's a portal hole through the middle where people get their pictures taken in there as well. And when you bring your horses back, this is where you park your horse road. There are horse tours through Garden of Gods. It's the Academy stables that are over this ridge. And that's not Siamese. Is that Siamese? Yeah, the Siamese Twins is up there on the left. That Rampart Range Road goes right along the top of the ridge back there.
James climbing some of these.
This is all fountain formation, 300 million year old, because you can see the chunks of rock. It's the pinyon and juniper trees. The pinyon and juniper trees do well in the high desert. Straight ahead is kissing camels. All the rocks are slanted towards the mountain. That's because the mountains came up through them. Now you can see Pierre very well. There's Frenchie. Somebody want to get a picture? I'll slow down.